We're asking about giving divorce like 3 in 1, giving divorce 3 times in the same sitting. And the vast majority of the jurists are of the view that it would fall effective. And there are references to that, basically since Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, passed this verdict for a person who would consume the divorce instead of giving divorce once, then waiting for the iddah to elapse, then giving divorce a second time, then deciding whether to keep his wife or waiting for the iddah to elapse, he would use the 3 divorces in one sitting, in one statement, by saying that you're divorced 3 times, or repeating the statement 3 times by saying you're divorced, you're divorced, you're divorced. So in this case, as I said, the vast majority of the fuqaha are of the view that it would be effective and the woman would be divorced 3 times. That would be ba'in, means an irreversible divorce. While Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in ayah 229 of Surah Al-Baqarah, الطلاق مرتان, which means the divorce may be pronounced 2 times, which means after the first time you should wait for the iddah, and after the second time there is also a iddah, a waiting period, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَالْمُطَلَّقَاتُ يَتَرَبَّصْنَ بِأَنفُسِهِنَّ ثَلَاثَةَ قُرُوءٍ, and that is exactly in the previous ayah. And the divorcee should wait before accepting any marriage proposals or deciding what to do with themselves for 3 quru, plural of qur', which means either the menses or the purification which follows the menses. And in Surah Al-Talaq, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that in case that the woman does not experience the menses or reach the age of the menopause, فَعِدَّتُهُنَّ ثَلَاثَةُ أَشْهُرٍ, the waiting period will be 3 months, 3 lunar months, before accepting any marriage proposal or before having the right to give herself in marriage by the consent of her guardian to somebody else. Why? Because she is still considered partially married to the person who have divorced her. So if the person wasted the concession which Allah the Almighty gave him, الطلاق مرتان, and he pronounced the divorce 3 times in the same sitting, most of the fuqaha are of the view that it becomes effective and he is liable. Liable for what? He is committing a big sin because he disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in disorder. Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah and his student Ibn al-Qayyim, may Allah have mercy on them, are of the view that if the person gave divorce many times in the same setting, it counts as 1. And he will be also liable for the sin of disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So at-talaq, or giving divorce, must be performed according to the guidance of the Quran and the tradition of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If it is done according to that, then it will be considered Sunni. Sunni describes the way talaq was pronounced according to the Sunnah. Otherwise, such as if the husband divorced his wife while she is in her menses, talaq or divorce is effective, but he is committing a sin because he is not supposed to divorce her while she's in the menses and experiencing the PMS and the changes due to the hormonal changes because of the period and so on. So the divorce, according to the vast majority of the fuqaha, will be effective and he will be committing a sin. According to Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim and many others, it would count as only 1 divorce, which means that if it is his first divorce, he will still have the iddah of 3 quru, where he can take her back to his marriage life. Or if he decides to divorce her, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَإِمْسَاكٌ بِمَعْرُوفٍ أَوْ تَسْرِيحٌ بِإِحْسَانٍ, you either withhold her and keep her in your marriage life بمعروف, with kindness, or you let go, so you wait until the iddah is over بإحسان, on reasonable basis and with kindness as well.